Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to FedEx Friday. And here we are today. Let me get a better view of us here. There we are. Here we are today in Memphis. And we are just getting set up to get loaded up and get on the road. And today we are going to Cedar Rapids. That's going to be the flight. That's going to be for the flight for today. And again, as usual, we have not done anything. Here we are sitting on the ramp. The only thing we have done is added external power so that we could power up a few things and start to get the show on the road, so to speak. All right, let's see. Let's test instruments. I'll make a little adjustment right here. There we go. That should be fine. All righty. Let's see. I do need to. Pop one thing out. All right. Let's pop out my my A cars right there. I just want to bring that over here. All right, there. Now you should be able to see the A cars right there. Yep, so you can see the A cars right there. I brought it up. All right. We don't need that camera right now, so this is going to be a test of some things too. I have been writing some Lua, and I've been creating a new instrument panel. And I guess, let me see if I can show it to you. Can you, there, right there. There you go. So that's the new A310 instrument panel with the autopilot and some of the glass panels here. We're going to try this out. Some of the functions work. I got them working with the DIY Knobster, and I'll show you that here in just a second. This is kind of cool. Let's see, is that back where it needs to be? Almost. There we go. Now you guys can see the panels. All right. The functionality of that is kind of cool. So I can use my controls and the touch screen to control some stuff, and I don't have to do so much with the mouse. That's kind of cool. That is kind of cool. All right, so before we do anything, we are going to need a flight plan. I'm going to have to open some applications here as well. I'm going to need my flight sim track. I'm going to need to open VATSIM. We'll get that open. All right, and we need to open. Let's disconnect from here. Let's connect to the sim. Let's connect back over here. All right, and that's got us connected to the sim. All right, now what we can do is go to SimBrief. Let's see if this works this time. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can pop this up here. Hey, look at that. Yay, it works. Earlier today when I was doing some testing, it was not working. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go from Memphis, that's KMEM, and we're going to go to KCID. All right. We're going to port at 0150. That's probably about right. That's about 30 minutes from now, so that's okay. What we are going to do is pick the FedEx platform that we have here, which is this one, the Fly By Wire. Okay, and it will auto-populate, some things in here for us. So our climb profile and our cruise profile and our descent profile and our fuel factor and our registration number, our FIN number, CCAL code, the departure runway. Let's see what the weather looks like. Let's look at windy. All right, and let's look in here at KMEM, Memphis International Airport. All right. So here we go. We have some runway information. You can look at that. If the weather does not look bad, we will probably try to leave on 927. 927 are runways that that are good for FedEx. So let's see, here we are. Where's Memphis? Memphis is right here. Let's see what the wind looks like. All right, so we will have a direct crosswind for that. Let's see if we have any controllers here in Memphis. Let's look at, we'll actually, let's finish looking at the METAR here. So we have 9-knot crosswind. So the crosswind is actually within tolerances for this aircraft, for an A320. Wind out of 170. So if we were on runway 927, which is here. This is runway 927. If we were on here, we would have a crosswind, right? So 9 knots. I think they're probably, if there's a controller here, they're probably going to have us take off or want to send us down here to 3.6, which is going to be like a really, really long taxi. So let's look at VATSPY first. Let's go ahead and pop that up. You guys aren't going to be able to see VATSPY, but because I did not have it shared. But let's take a look at VATSPY and see if there's any controllers in range, right? Yeah, Memphis approach. There is somebody there at Memphis approach, so they will likely want us to taxi all the way down there to 3.6, but we'll let's see. Now, you know what? I'm going to shoot for 2.7 if they'll give it to me. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to try it for 2.7. We'll see. Actually, looking at windy, when I'm looking at it here, today's forecast is 180 at 4 knots. That's not anything. So I'm going to jump over here and do that. So my departure runway, I'm going to say runway 27. Yeah, we can do that. All right. So our arrival runway, our arrival airport is going to be KCID. Okay. And that's Cedar Rapids. All right, so let's look at Cedar Rapids here. Let's look at what the weather is doing in Cedar Rapids. Wow, no matter how you look at it at Cedar Rapids, it's not going to be good, is it? All right. Well, what's SimBrief want to give us? Arrival one-way 3-1. I guess that's here. Arriving like this. Runway 3-1. KMEM. Let's look at Sky Vector. And let's say KCID. And let's get rid of this previous stuff there. All right, there we go. That's what our flight is going to look like today. So if we arrive on 3-1, that's pretty much gonna be about a straight in approach for runway 3-1. Diagram coming into runway 3-1, and then the cargo ramp is right over here. So this, well, the western cargo ramp is over here. All right, and here's the FedEx Ship Center. So this is where I need to park anyway. So if I come in here on 3-1, I'm going to need to go over here to, I guess, Central Cargo. Yep. So there's a building there, and then the next one is Central Cargo. Yep, so Central Cargo. All right, so that's where I gotta go. I'll take runway 3-1, I guess. So we'll do 3-1 there, and 2-7, and let's see. It has analyzed a route for us. Let's take a look at it here. So basically we're going to come off at 2-7, right? And let's see. We want to how is this going to have us coming in? Straight in. JT5, O date. All right. All right, let's go ahead and do that. What do you think? We'll take that. We'll take that. Let's save this flight, and then let's generate the official flight plan. All right, and then let's go ahead and pre-file on VATSIM. Oh, let's see. I should have done this already. Let's go back here. Let's look for this. Let's go here. I have to find my, there it is. I have to find my VATSIM ID. Oh, wait a minute. Oh boy. Let me find my VATSIM password. I changed my browser. I updated my browser, so yep, here we go. The crazy dang password for VATSIM. All right. Okay, so I got the flight flight plan filed on VATSIM. All right, so now that that is filed, let's get it back into our aircraft here, and let's take a look at a few things. But before we do, let me go to flight planning. Let's load up some stuff here. Let's load up from SimBrief. Yep, that's okay. And this is 320. Search my aircraft. Just load up a few other things here for our flight. All right, what I was doing, and I can share this with you guys as well, is this. Oh. Yep, there you go. You guys can see that. All right, so I was just updating, you know, some information here. I can also pull up the OFP here and look at it. So that's really, really cool. I can look at all that. That's pretty awesome. Our dashboard, we should be connected. We should have a live map here. And there we are. So I'll just go ahead and kind of zoom that down to our live map. And you can also see what controllers are online. It looks like we might not have a controller now. The controller might have actually left. So let's do live sim data. All right, so it looks pretty good. So what I'm going to do also here is I have Memphis already in here, and this is going to give me some of the ATIS information. So we see that, and I'm going to go back to the airport. So I'm going to add one in here for KCID, which we did not have in here before, Eastern Iowa Airport. That's going to give me that. So at least now I can pull this information up and I can see, you know, what's going on in there. All right. So that being said, now that that we have that, I can go ahead and get rid of that, and we'll start going through the checklist for the aircraft. All right. I've already turned on battery switch number 1 and 2 across the middle top, and I've turned the external power on, and now I'm going to turn on the nav and logo lights. So if we go outside and look, we don't have anything on out here, so I'm going to go ahead and get that turned up here, and we can do that. Wow. It's to do nav and logo light. There we go. Get that turned on. Now we can go outside and we can say, hey, look, we can see our purple tail. That's cool. We got our purple tail lit up over there. All right, then we're going to turn on the no smoking, the emergency exit. All right, let's see. That's down here at the bottom. Man, that strobe is like brutal, isn't it? So we're going to turn on the no smoking light, and we're going to arm the emergency exits. We're going to go ahead and turn that on, and we're going to move the ADI-RS over to the nav position, and we're going to wait on those. So what we're going to do is we're going to move number 1, wait for it to come off battery. All right, and it did. Now we're going to do number 2. All right, and now we're going to do number 3. All right, all those are off battery. Come down here and turn our crew supply on. And we're going to do our overhead integrated lighting. Right here. There's some lighting on there. All right, so there's the panel. The panel is on. All right, and then if we want to turn on the dome light, we can turn on the dome light. That might help us actually a little bit there, get a little light in here and avoid some of that craziness. All right, so now we can come down here and we can increase the brightness of any of our flight displays here if we want to, maybe just a little bit. Maybe turn this up just a little bit. All right, and then increase the brightness of these. All right, and then we can increase the brightness of the ICAST displays. They're here. All right, and here. All right, increase the MCDU, maybe turn that up just once or twice. Backup attitude indicator. Autopilot. You can increase the brightness on those. All right, and we're going to make sure our parking brake is set. So down there, our parking brake is in fact set. And we're going to set our radio frequencies. So right now, let's just go ahead and put it on Unicom. Let me get both of these on here. All right, and I can do that. I can do that here on my radio panel as well. I can show you guys here. I got the radio panel on, so I can go ahead and just put it on Unicom because I don't know if we have a controller or not. So I'll just go ahead and flip that over 122.8. All right, and then if we did have, if we did have a controller in here for Memphis, the ground controller is going to be 121. All right. So all right, I'll continue down our checklist of getting this monster started. We're going to have to leave here in a little bit. We're running out of time. All right. So set the parking brake, set the radio frequencies. All right, we can request fuel, jetway, baggage at this time. We could do that over here by clicking on all of these. I'm not going to do that. All right. Not going to waste the time. So we can go down here to init to the MCDU and pop down here, click on the init page, and we can do an init request right here. All right, and then it's going to uplink everything, and there's our flight plan. It went ahead and popped the entire flight plan in there. All right, and then from here, I'm going to go to the ATSU page, MCDU, ATSU. All right, and then I'm going to go to the AOC menu. And I'm going to do a weather request. Got both of the airports here. I'm going to go ahead and send this, and then we can come up here and we can look right here at the ECAS, and we can see when we get a company message back. And there's the company message that just appeared. Okay. Now that we have the company message, we can back one menu up here, and then we can go to received messages, and we can see that here's the message that we received, the time, and here's and it's a METAR. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. We can read that here, but I can also print it. So I'm going to go ahead and click the print button. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to look at our printer right here, and you're going to see the paper come out. And while that's going on, I'm just going to look. Memphis right now is 2995. 10 statute miles visibility. Let's see. Our destination is clear, 10 statute miles visibility 2980. Now that it's printed out, I can just grab it, and what it does is it pins it to the console right here, so I can take a look at it when I need to. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and set the barometer based on that. So the barometer here in Memphis, as we stated, was 2995. So I'm going to go ahead and set that. All right, 2995. All right, there we go. That's good to go. And I can also set the backup. All right, you want to manually set that as well. Just come down here and just take a look at this right here. Rotate this knob. 2995. There it is. All right. So backup has been set as well. Let's see. And that backup's been set. Where's our next one? Nope. Okay. Go to the next page up here. All right. So now we're going to go back to the MCDU. Let's go down here. Let's take a look at this. There we go. All right. Go back to the MCDU. All right. And the ATSU page. And the AOC menu. And this time we're going to go to performance, weight and balance. All right. And we're going to select reload fuel. All right, just in case anything changed, and then we're going to click this right arrow down here, and after that we're going to say update the load in case anything changed. All right, and then we're going to go to the init page, and we're going to check our cost index, which is going to be 5, or it automatically sets this. We could also calculate it, but it automatically set that. And we're going to check our cruise altitude, which is flight level 380. All right, we're just going to make a note of that because we're going to need that here in a moment. All right, now we're going to click the right arrow again. All right, and we need to set our 0 fuel weight, and we can just click this and it'll auto-populate, and then we can click it again and we can put that number in there, and then we're going to have to enter our block fuel. And our block fuel, we can come up here and we can look at this, and it's 7040 in kilograms, and that's 7.0. Just move the decimal point over there. So I'm going to come back down here and I'm going to say 7.0, and then I'll click that into block fuel. All right, now I'm going to go to the flight plan page, and we're going to check our flight plan. So Memphis, to ODate, and right, and then that's the end of our flight plan. So at this point in time, we would call clearance, call and ask for clearance, and the first thing I'm going to do before we do that is I'm going to go ahead and log into the network. So come over here and go to my view and just my pilot instruments. There we go. Just come down here real quick and enable this. So I'm going to turn, I'm going to squawk, I'm going to clear this out. If it will let me, maybe I need to go down one more. Sometimes you get right on the edge and it just won't do it. So 2200 is the default for IFR flying on the VATSIM network, and I'm going to enable that and turn all these on. Okay, turn that back over to the on position, and this is on auto and it's on altitude reporting, so I'm going to go ahead and connect. Alright, I'm going to pick an Airbus A320. And I'm going to connect. Let's see if we have anybody standing by here. We have approach and departure from Memphis. And they're on 125.8. We can see if they'll give us a clearance. Let me shuffle some of my flight plan information around here. All right. Oh, did they leave? They left. They left right when I was getting everything ready. They left. All right, that's fine. So we'll stay on 122.8. All right, well, since they did that, we will just do this ourselves. All right, so if we look at our origin airport here, oops, wait a minute. I need to, all right, let's pop this up here so you guys can kind of see what's going on. Let's bring NaviGraph up here and let's go ahead and take a look at this. All right, so here we are, and this is our origin, right? Here we are down here, and the little marker marks my aircraft. So if we look at the departures, right? Actually, if we do this, let's do this. This I right here, if you click on this, that's all the departures. That's all the departures that are here. That's a lot of them, right? So here, this is where we're going. Here's our flight right here, and this is like the JT5, right? Right. So if we look at the overview, we're going to get the overview here for runway 27, and we're going to look at the departures, and we see the JT5 and O date. So let's look at that JT5 and the O-date transition. All right, and then if we look at our destination, and let's look at the arrival, right? There are no star procedures, so let's click on this and let's look at the overview for runway 31. And let's click on the eyeball, and let's go up here and let's zoom in and let's see what we got here. Right there, we don't have an arrival. So what kind of an approach do we have? All right, so the approach, there's an RNAV for runway 31. All right, and we could pick that. Up here. So we could link this to the chart, right? We can come in here and we can see that the runway 31. So there's runway 31 right there, and this is just the RNAV for runway 31. All right. All right, so now basically what we need to do at this point is we need to put in our departures and our transitions and all of that. So let's go ahead and jump in here and do that. All right, so here we go. All right, and go to Memphis, all right, and then we're going to go to departure, and our departure is going to be on runway 27. All right, so here's 27, and we can scroll and see if there's anything else in there, but we're going to go ahead and pick number 27 here. And then it's going to ask us for a departure, and we're going to take the JT5 departure, and we're going to take the O-date transition, and that's in there. It says it here across the top. We're going to then insert that into our flight plan. All right, and now that has been updated. So now what we're going to do is we're going to, let's see, we're going to select the arrival airport, and that's here, KCID, and we're going to click on arrival, and we're going to do, well, let's see, there is an ILS for 27. Let's go back here and look at this. It says there's an ILS for 27, or there's going to be an RNAV. The ILS is the precision approach. So let's see what we see here. If I do an approach, ILS runway 27. Right, and then let's look at this chart. All right, so here's 31. I mean, we could go up here more, right? We could go up here more. Actually, we could come over here to CFBBB. We could do that. Let's see what Waverum is only about 5 miles. So let's look at maybe doing the ILS for runway 27. All right, and there is no star. And let's look at the transition point. The approach. Yeah, I guess there is no transition for that. Okay. So let's go ahead and insert this. All right, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to keep in mind that we're going to need to catch that localizer, right? And if we look at this, we're going to want to be at wave run. When we get to wave run, we're going to want to be at 2,700 feet, okay? And we're going to want to probably, we'll probably need to be out here and turn in to catch the localizer and do that. So we'll just have to manually do some turnings. Normally, an air traffic controller is going to give that to us, but we'll see. What were the winds doing? Do we remember what the? We're going to have a little bit of a crosswind. We can change that if we need to as well. Transponder set TCAS is set to altitude reporting. We have the initial climb clearance in there. 6,000 feet is usually what it is when you leave Memphis for the first 10 minutes. And then all the knobs are in managed mode. That's these dashes and dots. And engaged mode is the bottom like that. That's engaged mode, and that is managed mode. So we want them all in there. And then we're going to go to back down here, and we're going to go to the performance page, and we're going to set the transition altitude, which here in the United States is 18,000 feet. All right, and then we're going to put that in here, and then we're going to set the flaps to 1. That's for the takeoff. That is an appropriate number for that. And then we don't need any additional trim, and then we're going to have the system calculate these numbers for us. And all we do is we click that, and it appears down here, and then we say, yes, put that in there. All right, so we're going to do that. Now, what we can do, what you would do at this point is put this in plan mode and then verify the flight plan. So here we are, and we're going to depart. Memphis, and we're really not going to see a whole lot. But if we increase our range, we can see what our flight plan looks like, and we can verify that there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and reduce this. We're going to take this knob, and we're going to move this back into ARC. And we're going to turn on the left and the right flight directors. Okay, and the other one's right there. Let me do it. Yep, it let me reach it. Okay, cool. So we're going to turn both of those on, and then now we're gonna start getting the show on the road. Let's go ahead and boogie now. Right, we're already 10 minutes past our departure time. So let's go to our pilot instruments, and then let's get up here. Let's get this APU started. All right, start the APU, push the APU master, and then we're going to just go down here if we can real quick to the ECAM, and we're going to enable that. Just so we see this, we want to see flaps are open there, and then we're going to go back up here. We're going to click the APU start. All right, and when N gets to 100%, we're going to engage the APU bleed. So we're going to watch this right here. We're going to watch for N right here to get to 100%. You're not going to see it yet, Preacher, because I don't quite have it, and I didn't turn it on yet. We didn't get to that part yet. You will see it here in a little bit whenever I start the flight. All right, we are at 100%, so let's go ahead and jump back up here to the top, and let's turn the APU bleed on. And then we're going to kick off external power as that starts up. All right, and we can jump down here real quick and make sure that we go ahead and kick off that that external power over there. All right, so now we got our APU running. All right, we need to close all the doors. So let's go ahead and we'll just go ahead and look outside here and make sure that that everything is closed. I can also check them from the inside. I'll show you how to do that. We jump back in here, and what we can do is we can come down here to the ECAM panel, and of course, you know, we were just looking at the APU. We can click doors, and we can check all our doors. So all our doors are in fact green. That's how you would do that from up here on the cockpit. And now I'm going to go ahead and call the tug, get him hooked up to us, and I can do that easily by clicking call the tug. All right, if we go outside and we look at it, there's a tug. The tug's going to go ahead and hook up to us. So while the tug is hooking up to us, I am going to start getting ready to start our engines. Right, we're going to turn all of our 6 fuel pumps on. All right, turn on the beacon lights. And go ahead and hit the seatbelt sign. All right, and after I do that, we're going to bring up the engine page on the ECAM. This is one right here. So we're going to make sure that we see pressure right here. Oops. Let's see. Can you guys? Yeah. We're going to make sure that we see pressure right here. Just wanted to be sure you guys can see that. We want to see 35 psi. That's coming from the APU. That's the bleed. And now we can actually release the brake, right? And we can start the pushback. I'm going to run down here, and I'm going to lock the door. That's the next thing that you're going to do, right? And here's the door lock. Right now it says it's open, so I'm going to lock it, keep all the undesirables out of here. Jump back up here to the pilot instrument, and what we're going to do is jump outside of our airplane for a second, just take a quick look around. Since we are leaving on 27 is going to be right over here. We're going to push back, and we're going to go to the right as we're looking at it now, or to our left as you're sitting inside the aircraft. So let's go ahead and start that pushback. Right, get him pushing us back right here. Now, normally at this point, you would go ahead and start the engines. I can go ahead and do that real quick. I can go ahead and get one started. Jump back in here. Well, we're going. Yeah. Before I do that, let me turn this a little bit. I'm just going to go ahead and wait because this all happens pretty quick. Straight. Is that aircraft backing up too? All right, and at this point, I'm going to stop, give him the stop, and then we're just going to jump into starting here. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and reset the parking brake. All right. We don't want to okay, here we go. All right, and we're going to flip engine number 1. Oh, come on. Flip engine number 1, and we're going to rotate this knob to start. All right, now up here in the top panel, we just want to make sure that the generator fault light goes out. And that's right here for engine number 1. Let me get rid of that for a moment. It's right here. All right, and the fault light has went out. So when the fault light goes out, then we're going to repeat the procedure for the next engine, engine number 2. For that fault light to go out on generator 2. All right, and the fault light's out for generator number 2. Now that fault light's out, we can rotate the knob back to the normal position. All right, and then we're going to turn the APU bleed off and turn the APU master off. All right, we don't need the bleed anymore, and we don't need the APU anymore. All right, while we're up here at the top, we're going to set our probe and window heat to the on position. We're going to look at the outside air temperature, and it's positive 29 degrees Celsius. And we're going to turn on our nose lights to the taxi position. Taxi position. There you go. All right. Is it really off? Taxi. All right, there we go. All right. Go to our auto brake, and that's over here. We're going to set the auto brake to max. Okay, and we're going to come back down here to the bottom, and we are going to arm our speed brake, and we are going to set our flaps to position number 1. All right, then at this point we're going to check all our flight controls. So essentially we're going to move our rudder pedals back and forth, We're going to move our yoke back and forth. We're going to pull it in, pull it out. We're going to make sure everything works good. Actually, the way that you can see this is here, right? So I'm moving my yoke back and forth. I'm pulling it back, pushing it down, and then of course you can see the rudder pedals here moving as I stepped on those. So all our ground controls are free. We could request taxing at this point. We can also come down here to our eCams panel and we can click the verify takeoff configuration button, and I see that weather, we missed an item, right? So we need to come back down here. And we need to set our weather. Come on. Right here to auto, and we'll push this over to number 1. It's off. That's number 2. Number 2. There you go. That's on number 1. And then we're on weather T. All right. So that looks good. That's all set there. All right. Let's go back up here to our pilot instruments. Let's go outside. Let's take a look. Let's take a look around. We don't see anything over there. Let's make sure that we get all our lights turned on, and we get our taxi light turned on, and we will just take a look around, make sure everything is clear. Jump back over here to the inside. Come over here and say goodbye, Tug. Alright, and watch the Tug leave. There he goes. Make sure he gets out of our way. Alright. Okay, so here we go. Let's see, if you're not careful, Tom Hanks is going to be on your plane with a stopwatch timing you. Yeah, I know, right? I lost my in-flight pillow. My in-flight pillow fell off my secret lab. I had to pick it up. You wouldn't want me to not have my in-flight pillow. All right, let's go ahead and taxi. Let's go ahead and give it a call out. Memphis traffic, FedEx 2056 is taxiing to runway 27. Kick the parking brake off. Give it a little bit of juice. Test the brakes. Brake test looks good. Alright, I'm going to come down here to my origin. I'm going to look at the runway.
Traffic, Southwest 1900 at 5,800, closing in on Lori for runway 18 center at Memphis, currently 5,600.
Let's pop up an airport chart here. Let's do that. Just so you guys can see. All right, so in Navigraph, right, and I'll pop that up here. So you can go up here, you can pull up, say that you want to look at a chart, and there's a bunch of different charts in here. So we have taxi and and everything. So let's go ahead and look at the airport, right? And we're going to close that, and we're going to zoom in here. There's our aircraft right there, right? You can see us as we're rolling down, and we're going to go down here to the end.
Memphis traffic, Southwest 1900 is 8 miles from 8 nautical miles from Lori, intercepting localizer for 18 Center, Memphis.
And we'll hold short here. For that traffic that's landing right there. That was calling in. He was coming in for runway 18. He's actually behind us probably. He's going to intercept the localizer. That may be him right there. So we'll give him a minute to come around.
Memphis traffic, Southwest 1900 is intercepted the localizer for ILS 18 Center, Memphis.
Yeah, Southwest 1900, this is FedEx 2056. I'm holding short of runway 27 for you to land. Let me know when you're clear.
Copy, will do. Southwest 1900.
Memphis to Moscow, 8 days, 7 minutes. No way. Now you know why it takes such a damn long time when you get to the airport, right? And you're sitting there waiting. All you're doing is getting on the damn plane. I pretty much went through it at about the rate that a pilot would go through it. And it took, it took an hour. It took an hour to do it. Hour and 18 minutes, I'm still on the ground. Well, you got to knock about 10 minutes off. Knock about 10 minutes off because, the first 8 minutes or so is the stream starting stuff. So. Where'd he go?
And to let you know, FedEx, that the ride in was really smooth, and I expected it to be real smooth on the way out for it.
All right, sounds pretty good. I'm headed north, Cedar Rapids, but thank you very much, FedEx 2056. You have a great night.
You too, and I'm on final. I'm 4 nautical miles out from the Wayne Center.
Yep, I have you. I'm looking out at you. I'm just waiting for you to clear past 27, and I'll get on the road.
Sounds good. I'm almost there.
No worries, no worries. FedEx 2056.
Southwest 1900.
All right, while I'm waiting on him, I'm just going to jump down here and I'm going to kick this into flight plan. That way I can see what's going on my display. We probably don't need this anymore because, oh, I just closed Navigraph. I didn't mean to close Navigraph. There we go. Open charts list. Standard instrument departure. This is the JT5.
All right, FedEx, take off. I'm going to the gate.
All right, sounds good. This is FedEx 2056 rolling out on 27 for departure to north to Cedar Rapids 2056.
Safe flight, and I just came from that direction. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful up there.
Awesome, good to know. All right, we are here, and now we're gonna just run through our takeoff checklist. We're gonna hold our brakes. We're going to run our throttle up, and we're gonna stabilize it at 40% N1, and it all looks good. So here we go. Memphis traffic, FedEx 2056 is rolling runway 27, taking off, 2056. All right, here we go, rotates. All right, gear coming up. Auto thrusters on. Oh, nope, nope, nope. Not yet. Finish our climb. Flaps coming up. All right, make sure we're in the right detent here. All right, that looks good. All right, let's do our climb checklist real quick. Barometric references, yep. Landing lights are off. Go ahead and cut those off. All right, anti-ice is required. All right, we got something going on here. What do we have going on that's giving us a problem? Am I in my climb detent? That's where I want those to stay. Just like that. That's where those need to stay. Close the charts. Alright, here we go. Sorry about that. There you go. And I'll go back here and turn that on. There you go. Alright, as we turn here and we get out on our flight path. It's time to call a mayday. No, it's not quite time to call a mayday. Not yet. There's a lot going on with the A320 if you try to fly it for real, like I am. There's a lot going on with it. It's easy, very easy to get behind this aircraft. Very, very easy to get behind this aircraft. It's very easy to fly, but it's very easy to get behind it. Okay, so I can go ahead and close my chart as I am now on my headed out on my flight path here. As we leave Memphis, look at that. Hey, I want people to see this. How come oh, maybe it is. It's not showing it. And you can see all the other aircraft coming in. There's a FedEx flight coming in right there. All right, let's go ahead and climb up where we need to go. Flight level 380, here we go. So what's next? What do we do next? All right. Once we have, let's go back inside. Let's go back inside and let's take a look at what we have here. All right. So here, what we can do, we can look at our flight controls. We can click that, and then what that'll do is that'll put our flight controls up here, and we can see all of those. Or you know what we can do. I mean, we can look at a bunch of stuff here, right? We can look at everything. We can look at status messages. We can look at pressures. We could look at the electrical system. We could look at the bleed system, the pressure, right? We can look at the air conditioner and the cabin temperatures, and we can see what those are. APU, of course, and again, you know, the engines and everything like that. We can look at wheel temperatures, and we can see what the temperatures are of our wheels. We can look at, you know, at our fuel status and all of that. Flight controls. Flight controls is a pretty good thing to you know, to look at. We can keep track of all those. Let's make sure that our flaps are up. Oh, we can go ahead and disarm our speed brakes. Let's go ahead and disarm the speed brakes here. All right, and we are boosting for climb. And the A320 is taking care of all this, right? All I did was come over here to the autopilot, and basically I can set this here on mine. I have the autopilot displayed up here. I created these instruments yesterday and today. Part of them work, part of them are not functional yet, but a good part of them are. And you know, I got the autopilot on, flight directors on, I got my constraints on, and I set my altitude here to 38,000. That's all part of our after takeoff checklist. So we want to make sure that our gears are retracted. We did that. Our spoilers are disarmed. We just did that. The flaps are retracted. The thrust levers are in climb mode, and that's the climb detent that is right there. It says CL. The throttles are set in the climb detent. That's where they stay. The autopilot manages speed, and the nose lights off, and the runway lights are off, and the landing lights go off as you climb through 10,000 feet, which we've done. We're starting to turn on our course here. Let's see. Engine gas temperature was a little high, 905, 904. It's coming down. We're looking at it. It's in the red, so we see that. As we climb, we're at 13,900 feet, but when we go through 18,000, we can standardize this. We can go ahead and do it now. Let's just go ahead and put it in standard, and that just puts us in 902. And let's see, anti-ice as required. The temperature's dropping a little bit, so we will watch it. We will watch it and make sure. Let's go ahead and jump in here anyway. It's not going to hurt us to do it, right? And we got our nav is on. Do we need our dome? Yeah, I might leave the dome on. We can see stuff with the dome on. All right, we're climbing through 18,000 feet. Go ahead and turn off our seatbelt sign. Make sure the landing lights are off. And the temperature's dropping a little bit. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and cut the anti-ice on. Not going to be a problem. All right, so our EGT, our exhaust gas temperature is down now, so it's back down to 836. So we're looking pretty good. We got a little warm, and we can see that we do have our anti-ice on right now. About 60 miles from B-sides. Climbing through 22,000 feet. Everything looks good. Everything looks good. All right, let's get a jump ahead and kind of see what is going on here. So let's bring up Sim Toolkit Pro. Let's take a look and see if we're going to need to talk to anybody, if anybody's online. This is all these lines across the world. This is all airspace, and the ones that are blue, these are where actual controllers are online right now. If I was flying in the Northeast, I'd be talking to some Canadian controllers. There are no controllers online here. So unless one of them pops in, this is where we are right here. And we can see I've got the overlays open for all those, as well as all our airports. So our plan is up. Let's see. It should show it. We are receiving SIM data, so we have all that information here. We can see that here. All right. No, doesn't like it. For the life of me, I don't know why. I'm going to get on the Sim Toolkit page and see if I can figure that out. Hey, looks like Kansas City Center is reaching out to us, and they want to talk to us on 125.720. 125. Seven two zero.
Kilo, Roger. Make straight in runway 18 at executive.
Straight in, runway 18. Good evening, Center 9901, flight level 330.
United 901, Kansas City Center, I don't.
Just fucking right there for 901.
Kansas City Center FedEx 2056 with you at 32,000, climbing to flight level 380.
FedEx 2056, Kansas City Center, squawk 1730.
Squawk 1730, FedEx 2056.
Yeah, 901, radar contact 19 miles southeast, Dogwood VOR, flight level 330.
Roger that, that's right.
TWA 449, turn 5 degrees right.
5 degrees right.
Northwest 755, FedEx Chicago Center 120.35.
Chicago 120.35, have a good night. Northwest 755.
There, 77 kilo and 1907, runway 18, quarter land.
Quarter land, runway 18, November.
FedEx 2056, radar contact 45 miles northeast of Walnut Ridge VOR, flight level 340, copy tape, flight level 380.
All right, climbing to flight level 380, FedEx 2056.
There's 7 Echo Alpha, you still have the airport in sight, sir? Number 7 Echo Alpha, roger, no traffic is observed between you and the Dodge City Airport. Report cancellation of IFR in the air or on the ground through this frequency. Radar service terminated, frequency change is approved. 7 Echo Alpha, just confirm you are going to cancel your IFR once you land or while you're still in the air on this frequency. There's 7 Echo Alpha, roger. I just want to make sure that you understand that you have to cancel your IFR flight plan once you land on the ground at Dodge City. Roger. TBA 449, set to maintain 3000.
It's going to maintain 3,000.
It's interesting that they don't show up on the network.
Kansas City Center, Brickyard 4182, passing 5,000, level off at 5,000 on the Keshi.
Brickyard 4182, tell us departure, rate of contact, call me say 15,000.
15,000, Brickyard 4182.
Let's see. It's the overlay. Huh, but it's not, got some weird stuff.
FedEx 137 advise. I have a reroute for you, advisory copy. FedEx 137, I have a reroute for you, advise when ready to copy. TWA 449, turn right heading 250.
250.
FedEx 137, Kansas City Center. Southwest 1324, descend to maintain possible 310.
310, Southwest 1324.
Actually, Southwest 1324, descend to maintain possible 290.
290, Southwest 1324.
FedEx 137, Kansas City Center. How do you read this transmitter? American 1175, reset transponder, squawk 2107. Brickyard 4182, call me 10, possible 250.
Level 250, Brickyard 4180.
American 1175, Kansas City Center. Delta 7286, Kansas City Center, yep.
Alrighty. Here's 7 Kilo Kilo, Roger, taxi to parking. There's 7 Kilo Kilo, my apologies, taxi parking the Alpha this frequency. FedEx 137, Kansas City. American 1175, Kansas City Center. TWA 449, turning 270, intercept 30 right, localizer.
270, localizer.
TWA 449, when you intercept, track inbound, the airport's 12 o'clock, 10 miles, port field in sight.
Let's open our charts.
We have the field in sight, TWA 449.
TWA 449, clear visual approach, runway 30 right, contact Signal Tower, 120.05, 2005.
Kansas City Center, good evening, Delta 7286, level flight level 230.
TWA 449, clear visual approach, runway 30 right, contact Signal Tower, 120.05, 2005. TWA 449, Kansas City Center.
Go ahead.
TWA 449, cleared visual approach, runway 30 right, contact St. Louis Tower, 120.05.
120.05.
And TWA 449, cleared visual approach, runway 30 right, sir.
Yes, clear visual approach.
TWA 449 for the tapes, cleared visual approach, runway 30 right, 30 right, cleared for the visual approach.
Yes, I'm cleared for a visual approach.
TWA 449, roger. I understand you have been cleared for the visual approach. Cleared visual approach, runway 30 right. Cleared visual approach, 30 right.
Yes, cleared visual approach for 30 right.
Thank you. Every time I need an explicit readback so I understand you know what I expect you to do. Break, Delta 7286, Kansas City Center, roger. Descend file discretion, maintain 12000, or correction, cross Jason at 12000, Kansas City altimeter 2979.
Roger, cross Jason at 12000, Delta 7286.
Southwest 1324, turn right, a right-hand turn all the way around heading 270.
Right turn 270, Southwest 1324.
Maryland 1175, you weren't 10 minutes ago when I've been trying to call you. Reset transponder, squawk 2107. Breakout 4182, Quarter Vinca.
Flag to stay again for Breakout 4182.
Breakout 4182, Quarter Vinca.
Direct link up for Breakout 4182, thank you.
Check the wind. Just put some information here. At our landing airport, 200 by coming out at 200 degrees at 3 knots. So we'll go ahead.
7 Echo Alpha, IFR cancellation as received. You have a good night.
The temperature there. Let's see. The altimeter is 2983.
FedEx 137 radar contact lost. Southwest 3124, turn right, direct Phoebe. A right-hand turn all the way around direct Phoebe, please. And Phoebe, rejoin the Indy 4 arrival.
Direct Phoebe after right-hand turn and continue on arrival for Southwest 1324.
Southwest 1324, once you're direct Phoebe, contact Chicago Center 120.35.
Done, contact Chicago, thanks for ACC.
So,
All right, and the temp there is 23 degrees Celsius.
Breakout 4182, contact Chicago Center 120.35.
12035 for Breakout 4182, thanks, we'll see.
That's it. UBS 5523, Kansas City Center, I have a question for you.
Go ahead,
Did you file your flight plan yourself, or did you use SimBrief and pre-file?
I used
The pre-file? Roger.
Got some live ones out there tonight. All right, let's take a look outside. What we got here? Look at that. Making some contrails. And we got a little bit of lightning. Why do I always get lightning? Well, wow, that was below us. Did you see that? That was kind of cool.
Level 7286, expect the visual approach runway 19 left.
check the visual approach, runway 19 or left, Delta 7286.
Delta 7286, you can set a pilot's discretion to maintain 4,000.
Pilot's discretion, maintain 4,000, Delta 7286.
Got a good little show going on. Got some good
Delta
strikes there.
7286, we have the latest splitter KCID as well.
That is nice.
Always with the lightning. Always with the lightning. Okay. There is something here. This is what I wanted to know. So this.
Delta 7286, proceed to Romans on the ILS 19 left.
And confirm that was Romans for Delta 7286.
Delta 7286, affirmative, Romeo, Oscar, Mike, November, Sierra, Romans.
All right.
Roger, proceed direct Romans to maintain 4,000, Delta 7286.
This is for the minimums, right? And the minimum here, if we pop back over here to our chart, bring this back up and look in here, we can see that our minimum here is basically 451 feet. Okay, so I am going to set, and this is runway 27, right? So here we are, we're looking at runway 27 information here. And I'm going to set that to 400. Put that in there. Huh, out of range it says. 4, 0. Oh, clear. Why is it telling me it's out of range? If I put 200 in radio.
Danger Center, American 1618, 42nd T, radio check.
Alright, so the radio took 200.
American 1618, Kansas City Center, loud and clear.
Request IO for clearance to Foxtrot, reporting flight level 300.
American 1618, register late.
Feet. With the GS out, it's 400 feet. All right.
American 1618, clear to DFW Airport. Racer 7 departure. Dosoa transition.
There you go. That's perfect.
And then as filed. On departure, maintain 10,000, expect flight level 30010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is going to be 125.72, squawk 1764.
All right, so this is all part of our cruise checklist, right? So we checked the ECAM, we checked the weather, we got the QNH, we got the temperature, we got the winds, we got the transition altitude, we got the minimums, and we got the landing config. All right.
American Destination, sorry, American 1618, read video check.
Loud and clear, sir. American 1618, did you catch any of the IFR clearance I just gave you?
Just say again, please, American 1618.
Oh, sorry, you said negative, you didn't receive any of the IFR clearance I just gave you?
I don't hear anything about the clearance due to Lieutenant errors.
Roger, American 1618, clear to DFW Airport. Racer 7 departure. Dosoa transition, and then as filed. On departure, maintain 10,000. Expect flight level 30010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 125.72, squawk 1764.
Clear to DFW via Racer 7 departure, Dosoa transition, climbing maintain 10,000, expect 10 minutes after departure, climb to flight level 300, departure frequency 125.72, squawk 1764, American 1618.
American 1618, read back correct. Delta 7286, the airport's 1 to 2 o'clock, and 10 miles, report to airport in sight.
Airport in sight, Delta 7286.
Delta 7286, clear to visual approach, runway 19 left.
Roger, clear visual approach, runway 19 left, Delta 7286.
UPS 5523, radar contact lost.
Yeah, there's some more lightning for us.
So 7286, wind 100.13, runway 19 left, cleared to land.
Southwest
Roger,
1900.
19 left, clear to land, Delta 7286.
He lied to us in Memphis. He said he just came from up here and it was beautiful.
FedEx 2056, to still maintain flight level 290.
Flight level 290, FedEx 2056. Okay, so we're going to descend to 290. We jump back in the cockpit. I already did it here on my panel, but essentially what we're doing is we're just turning this altitude knob, and the aircraft will automatically handle that for us. Right, and as you can see, if I look over here, we're already starting to descend, and there's a flight level that we're going to go to, flight level 290. That's what he gave us, and this is the profile that we're on, so we'll do that.
FedEx 2056, FedEx Chicago Center, 120.35.
Was that 120.35 for Chicago Center, FedEx 2056?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Have a great evening, FedEx 2056.
United 901, Lima Airspace to the east, Indianapolis Center is offline for exchange approved.
All right, to Virginia, come. Thank you.
All right, so
American 1175, Lima Airspace to the west, Albuquerque Center is offline for exchange approved.
12035.
American 1175, Lima Airspace to the west, Denver Center is offline for exchange approved. Good night.
12035. Bing. And this is Chicago Center. Chicago Center, FedEx 2056 with you at 36,000, descending to flight level 290.
FedEx 2056 Chicago Center, roger. Brickyard 4182, cross turtle at 11,000.
Cross turtle at 11,000, Brickyard 4182.
Chicago Center, United 1780 with you, descending flight level 310.
United 1780 Chicago Center, roger.
We always get the light.
Chicago Center, United 76 back.
United 76, roger.
And we're going to get a little bit of rain. We can see that now. We got a little bit of rain pop creeping up here on our display. I'm going to go ahead and reduce the range here a little bit. There you go. Now I can see a little more weather coming up there.
Chicago Center, United 1780, could you advise Cedar Rapids runway in use?
United 1780, expect visual approach runway 27, descend pilot's discretion, maintain 11,000, the altimeter 2983.
Descend pilot's discretion, maintain 11,000, and expect runway 27, 1780.
That's where we're going.
Southwest 1324, contact Chicago approach 1100.0.
1100.0, thanks for ATC.
Brickyard 4182, contact Chicago approach 1100.0.
1100.0, Brickyard 4182, thanks, we'll see you.
See you.
Chicago Center, November 86 Papa Kilo is level at 4,500.
Cessna 86 Papa Kilo, Chicago Center, Roger, Rockford altimeter, Aurora altimeter 2981.
2981, 86 Papa Kilo.
Why'd I lose my flight? We got a little bit of weather coming up there, don't we?
At 76, contact Minneapolis Center 133.4.
33.4, free United 76.
Alrighty. Preacher, you still with me? Yeah, I don't know why it's not showing it. I tried to do it too. I'm gonna have to send him a message. Send him a message and figure out why. I'm always flying in lightning. Always flying in lightning. You should have joined me. I think I'm going to do this flight again. Do it again. Repeat it.
Chicago Center, good evening, Convoy 4365 with you, flight level 300, still wasn't in your airspace, so.
Hey, there we go, we're coming out of it.
Convoy 4365, okay, ident.
Chicago, fly high 2, flight level 360, approximately 4 or 5 miles northeast of Fort Wayne.
Get them seatbelt signs on.
Fly high 2, Chicago Center, radar contact. Convoy 4365, radar contact 47 northeast of Fort Wayne, flight level 300.
Center, Southwest 1602, with your flight level 370.
Southwest 1272, ident.
Southwest 1602, ident.
Okay, sorry, Southwest 1602, Southwest 1602. Chicago Center, roger.
Chicago Center, Southwest 1272, flight level 340, we're inbound Naples.
Southwest 1272, ident. Fly high 2, Chicago Center, reset transponder, squawk 6201.
6201, fly high 2.
Center Delta 1461, 4 miles from top of descent.
Delta 1461, HOSA, flight level 100.
Center 190, Delta 1461.
Roger, I gave you that earlier and you read it back. I don't think you're going to make it. Just descend and maintain flight level 100.
Okay, descend and maintain 190, Delta 1461.
Fly high 2, descend and maintain flight level 240, expedite.
Expedite down to 240, fly high 2.
Convoy 4365, clear to O'Hare Airport, present position, direct VEEK, VEEK 5 arrival.
Say again, the arrival 4365.
Convoy 4365, clear to O'Hare Airport, present position, direct VEEK and the VEEK 5 arrival.
Direct VEEK and VEEK 5 arrival, convoy 4365.
I see Preacher.
Under 6 Mike Tango, no traffic clear between you and the airport, port operator cancellation with approaches frequency change approved.
Okay, so now 6 Mike Tango.
6 Mike Tango, squawk 19 VFR, frequency change approved, good night.
Squawk 19 VFR, we'll talk to you soon, 6 Mike Tango.
There he is.
Level 1602, requesting descent.
Level 1602, cross Indy at 6,000, midway altimeter 2980. Should change your top of descent.
Cross Indy at 6,000, Southwest 1602.
Chicago Center, Southwest 1272, you got our flash?
Stand by.
Alright, we're about 60 miles out, so I'm going to reduce my range one more time. Wavam.
Convoy 4365, turn left heading 270, enable direct VEEK.
Left 200, enable direct VEEK 4365.
Fly high 2, cross Megs, 1000, southbound altimeter 2982.
2982, Megs at 1000, fly high 2.
So 1267, radar contact 46 northeast of Fort Wayne, descend and maintain flight level 240. So 1272, radar contact 46 northeast of Fort Wayne, flight level 340, descend and maintain flight level 240.
Down to 240, 1272.
60. 60, let's see, 20, 40, 60, 90, 95 miles out.
Convoy 4365, turn left 40 degrees.
Convoy 4365 having a little bit of trouble, issues up here, troubleshooting right now, 4365.
Convoy 4365, turn left 40 degrees.
Chicago Center, Convoy 4365 having a little bit of troubleshooting up here.
Convoy 4365, turn left 40 degrees. Delta 1461, leave my airspace, radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
Switch 1461, see you.
United 1780, turn left, heading 040, vectors for your descent, descend and maintain 3000.
1780 left, 040, descend, maintain, didn't get the level. But
United 1780, heading 040, down to 3000.
down to 3000, 1780.
FedEx 2056, descend and maintain 1000. Cedar Rapids altimeter 2980.
Descending to 11,000, altimeter at Cedar Rapids is 2980, FedEx 2056.
So it's 1272, descend and maintain for level 240, then cross Megs at 11,000. The southbound altimeter 2982.
Alright, Megs at 11,000, Southwest 1272.
Alright, and we'll set that at 2980. And we'll go change our backup as well. Actually, a better way to do it's like this. Zero. All right.
FedEx 2056, turn left heading 310, vectors for your descent.
Turn left heading 310, FedEx 2056.
Southwest 1602, pilot 31 center transition.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to pop this out and go into engaged mode, and he wants us to go to 310, so we're going to come over here and I'm going to pop this into 310. Here we go. Chicago FedEx 2056. I'll be looking for the ILS runway 27 at Cedar Rapids if I can have it.
Expect a visual approach unless you need an ILS approach.
All right, I'll take the visual for 27 Cedar Rapids 2056.
United 1780, turn right heading 090.
Right heading 090, 1780.
Actually, Chicago, I'll make that determination here in a little bit because I do have a little bit of weather here at FedEx 2056.
FedEx 2056, roger. Yeah, actually, convector signal just came out. Looks like you're right on the boundary. It should be to your left. The left of your aircraft.
Yeah, I got a few clouds here that are below me and a really nice lightning show. I'll let you know when I break out if, what that is.
FedEx 2056, roger. Turn right heading 040 then.
All right, turn right heading 040. FedEx 2056. All right, we'll set our heading to 040.
Yeah, I did 1112, contact Minneapolis Center 133.4.
Yeah,
All right, we're on our descent into Cedar Rapids. A little cloudy, a little bit of a light.
United 1780, turn right heading 180.
Right heading 180, 1780.
Might clear up by the time we get over there. Alrighty. Ooh, that's a nice one. Let's back this off again. Within 20 nautical miles here. Slow ourselves down a little bit.
Yeah, 1780 field, 1 o'clock and 11 miles, report in sight.
$17.80 looking.
Just ding the cabin crew.
1780 has the airport.
Yeah, 1780, clear visual approach from 27.
The visual, runway 27, 1780.
Wow.
FedEx 2056, going to maintain 4,000.
4,000, 2056. Put some spoilers in here. Is it not gonna? I hate that sometimes. I'll just look down there and make sure that we got them in. Yep.
Cambridge at 595, Lima airspace, trigger service terminated, for exchange approved, good night.
Good night, Cambridge at 595, thanks.
All right, we got our altitude in there. We got our seatbelt sign on. Anti-ice, check that. We checked our barometric reference. We got that set up. He gave that to us. And let's see, we're about ready to cut our landing lights on.
FedEx 2056, turn left heading 360.
Turn left heading 360, 2056.
United 1780, wind 2000 at 4, runway 27, cleared on.
Clear to land, runway 27, 1780.
All right, 10,000 feet. Let's go ahead and get those lights on.
Good evening, Chicago Center, U9901 with you.
Yeah, 901, disregard that, contact me. I just realized that you're going to skirt for too short of a distance. Mount Air Unicom 122.8, have a good night.
618, good night.
Fly at 2, descend and maintain 10,000, then cross Haley at 6,000. Midway altimeter 2980, fly the 31 center transition.
Fly the 31 center transition, down to 10, then Haley at 6. We got information X-ray, fly high 2.
FedEx 2056, turn left heading 270.
Left 270, 2056.
Chicago Willow again, 66 Mike Tango, is on ground Clinton for IFR to Eagle River.
Cylinder 66 Mike Tango, cleared from Clinton Airport, Eagle River Airport, as filed, maintain 3000, expect level 250, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 120.35, squawk 6251, hold for release.
Cleared from Clinton to Eagle River as filed, maintain 3000, 250, 10 minutes, departure 120.35, 6251, holding for release, launch, ready.
Thank you. Read that correct. FedEx 2056, turn left heading 180.
Left 180, 2056.
Good evening, Chicago Center. This is Delta 864, cruising at flight level 230.
Delta 864, Chicago Center, roger. Descend pilot's discretion, maintain 1000, the Madison altimeter 2981.
Pilot's discretion down on 1000, Madison altimeter 2981, Delta 864.
FedEx 2056, field 12 o'clock, 15 miles, report in sight.
All right, we're looking for it.
Chicago Center, United 1780, clear the runway at Cedar Rapids.
I've got the field in sight, FedEx 2056.
FedEx 2056, clear visual approach, runway 27.
All right, cleared for visual approach, runway 27.
At 1780, taxi to parking via Alpha, cross runway 31.
Taxi to parking via Alpha, cross runway 31, 1780.
Southwest 1272, descend maintain 10,000, then cross Haley at 6,000. Midway altimeter 2980, fly the 31 center transition.
Alright, at the 10,000, then cross Haley at 6,000, 31 center transition. Just to make sure we understood that correct, the Southwest 1272?
Yep.
Mike Tango, number 1, ready to go, runway 3.
Cylinder 6 Mike Tango, release for departure, enter controlled airspace on course. Clearance void if not off in 5 minutes. Report airborne this frequency. Frequency change approved.
Park in the air and clearance void if not off in 5 minutes.
FedEx 2056, wind 2003, runway 27, clear on.
All right, we got the wind 200 at 3, and we're clear for 27, FedEx 2056.
Center Delta 851, flight level 2724, flight level 290.
Delta 851, Chicago Center, roger. Fly high 2, contact Chicago approach, 119.0.
119.0, fly high 2, see ya.
So 1272, reduce speed to 250 knots.
We're backing off to 250, Southwest 1272.
All right, get the landing gear down. Let's get the spoilers armed. All right, let's get the flaps down to full. We're over speed.
Delta 864, expect visual approach runway 18.
You know what? We're gonna have to go around.
Visual run 18, Delta 864.
Delta 864, flight present heading vectors visual approach, descend pilot's discretion, maintain 4000.
Flight present heading and descend, maintain 4000 for visual Delta 864.
Chicago FedEx 2056, we overspeeded, making a turn coming in. We're going to go around.
FedEx 2056, Roger, you want to enter right traffic or you want to vector around for the same thing?
We can vector around for the same thing.
FedEx 2056, Roger, radar contact, turn right heading 360, maintain 3000.
All right, turn right heading 360, maintain 3000.
66 Mike Tango is in the air, level 3000.
Alger 6 Mike Tango at end. Alger 3 Mike Tango, radar contact 8 north of Clinton Airport, climb and maintain flight level 250, and turn right direct to ILOB.
Did we do?
Or correction, clear direct ILOB.
Clear direct ILOB and climb and maintain flight level 250, 66 Mike Tango.
Hairball down.
Delta 851, correct turtle, cross turtle at 1000, O'Hare altimeter 2980.
Correct turtle. Wait.
Delta 851, clear direct turtle, cross turtle 1000.
Correct turtle, cross turtle 1000. That's the 851, sorry. Delta 1602, contact Chicago approach 119.0, good night.
19.0, Delta 1602, thanks.
Southwest 1272, resume normal speed, contact Chicago approach 119.0.
Alright, normal speed 119.0, Southwest 1272.
FedEx 2056, turn right heading 090, maintain 3000.
Alright, turn 090, maintain 3000.
Delta 864, field 1 o'clock and 15 miles, report in sight.
Delta 864, I think I got the field in sight.
Delta 864, cleared visual approach, runway 18.
2000.
Clear visual 18, Delta 864.
Alright, let's get the brakes in. Let's get some flaps in. Oops. Nope. Went a little over speed.
FedEx
right
2056, field 2 o'clock and 10 miles, report in sight.
Yep, we've got it.
FedEx 2056 cleared visual approach, runway 27, base turn your discretion.
All right, clear for visual approach. Star turn.
Chicago Center, good afternoon. American 682 flight level 200, approximately 34 nautical miles northwest of Cole.
American 682 Chicago Center, roger. Cross cheddar, flight level 140. Flight level. Cross cheddar at 14,000, the Milwaukee altimeter 2979.
2979 and cross cheddar 140, American 682.
FedEx 2056, wind 2003, runway 27, cleared to land.
All right, cleared to land on 27, wind 2003. 2056. All right, let's see if we can try this again.
American 682, clear direct cheddar.
Direct cheddar, American 682.
Delta 864, wind calm, runway 18, cleared to land.
Clear to land 18, Delta 864.
Chicago Center Skies 5770, good evening. Flying through 62 for Chicago Center Skies 5770.
Skies 5770, Chicago Center, roger. Cross cheddar at 14,000, Milwaukee altimeter 2979er.
Alright, cross cheddar at 14,000 for 750.
Skies 5770, maintain 280 knots.
Alright, maintain 280 knots for 5770.
American 682, maintain 300 knots.
Maintain 300, American 682.
Challenger 6 Mike Tango, how much further till you'd like to start your descent? Is it more than 80 miles?
Good question. Let me check it out. We'll get back to you.
Roger.
All right, landing gear down. I got 3 greens. I got all my flaps in. Let's do a quick check right here. Let's do auto brake is on, nose lights on. Let's get the landing lights on. We got all those on. Spoilers are on.
Sky was 5770 at Cheddar. Join the Maddie 6 arrival. So at Cheddar, reprogram Maddie 6 arrival.
Alright, we'll go to the Maddie 6 arrival from Cheddar for Sky 5770.
Why are we...
And 6 Mike Tango, it's probably going to happen another 90 miles or so, somewhere around Whiskey Lima Charlie South Sierra.
Challenger 6 Mike Tango, roger. Descend pilot discretion, maintain full level 230.
Pilot discretion down to 230, 6 Mike Tango.
Sky 5770.
500.
I'll give you a second here.
400.
All right, this is not going to be good.
Delta 864. Right when able, Alpha to parking.
Not going to be good. We're high.
Right when able, Alpha parking, Delta 864. Good night.
Have a good night.
20. 30. 20. 20. 10.
We're going to run off the end. That was rough.
Sky 5770. Reduce speed to 250, then descend and maintain 14,000. Don't worry about the restriction at Cheddar. I gotta get some spacing here with you and the other aircraft.
Alright, you said,
that was rough.
What was the speed for 5770?
I gotta go practice
250 knots, then descend and maintain 14,000.
Alright, we're slowing to 250 now and then down to 14,000 for 5770.
Center, good evening. Brickyard 3526 is 7.8 for 15,000, direct to Ernest.
Brickyard 3566, Chicago Center, roger. Call maintain full level 210, resume normal speed.
Up to 210, normal speed, Brickyard 3526.
A2, resume normal speed.
Normal speed, 682.
All right, Chicago Center, this is FedEx 2056. We are clear of the active. We'll go ahead and cancel IFR.
FedEx 2056, IFR cancellation is automatic if you fly into a towered airport. Taxi to parking via Alpha, cross 31. Have a good night.
Taxi to parking via Alpha. Thank you, sir. Have a great night. 2056.
All right. Six Papa Kilo, Moline altimeter 2981.
2981, 86 Papa Kilo.
Delta 851, contact Chicago approach 119.0.
119.0, Delta 851.
6 Mike Tango, contact Minneapolis Center 133.4. Good night.
33.4, thanks, Phil. 6 Mike Tango.
Okay.
That was 5770, maintain 280 knots or less.
I will maintain 280 knots or less for 5770, and just for planning purposes, what runway are they using it?
Skywest 5770, maintain 280 knots or less.
Casualties, death toll. Ha! Alright.
American 682, cross Hunka at 10,000, the O'Hare altimeter 2980.
Don't know where I am. So let's figure this out.
Across Honka 10,000.
We just pulled off the runway here, and let's go ahead and pull this up.
Did my internet go up?
Alright, so let's go ahead and close this, and let's look at the charts, and let's look at the taxi charts, and let's look at airport parking. Alright, let's close this. Let's bring this up. Alright, so here we are right here. So
Radio check?
we need to go actually to Central Cargo, and we were told to taxi via Alpha. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn right. So kick our parking brake off here. Give it a little juice. Turn to the right here on Alpha. All right, and it looks like we're going to want this next one down here. Uh-oh. We're coming up behind a plane. All right.
Radio check.
5 and 5.
Alright.
Status 5770, we'll maintain 280 knots or less, and we'll cross Honka at 10,000.
Thank you. Brickyard 3566, cleared direct Jacks.
Direct to Jacks, Brickyard 3566.
All right, let's take a look outside here, see what we got. Well, there's not too many parking places here, are there? So we're going to pick this one.
Thank you for the service. Have a good night.
Alright, so our
Good night.
right here.
American 682, contact Chicago approach 119.0. See you soon.
Alright, 119.0. Have a good one, American 682.
Alright, well, it's going to be time to shut her down, so let's do our final checklist here, huh? Alright. Alright. Thrust levers, let's see, auto brake, after landing, weather radar off. Alright, let's go down here and cut our weather radar off. Weather radar is off. Alright, flaps Lifting our flaps all the way up. TCAS, we're going to turn our TCAS off. Let's turn our TCAS, go down here, TCAS. All right, TCAS, put this in standby. TCAS in standby. Altitude.
Victor 3566. So as you get closer to Lafayette area, you're going to start encountering moderate to heavy precipitation all the way into Indianapolis. I'm sure you've seen in the VTAR. Descend via Jacks 2 arrival, runway 23 left.
Runway 23 left, descend by the Jacks arrival, and yeah, we have the big store in front of us, Richard 3566.
Roger.
All right, we've got our lights off over there. Transponders off, predictive wind shears off, nose lights are off, landing lights are off, spoilers have been retracted. Alright. Spoilers have been retracted. APU master is on, APU starter is on. APU master is on, APU starter is on. Anti-ice, all the anti-ice is off, alright. And let's see, parking brake is on, anti-ice is off, APU bleed is on when it's available.
6 Alpha Kilo, advise when you have Moline weather and no TANs. Never mind, your VFR. Advise when you have Moline weather.
Wilco 86 Papa Kilo.
APU bleed is on. External power.
Guys, 5770, resume normal speed.
Normal speed 5770.
Cut them seatbelt sightings off. This is why you wear seatbelts for landings like this. Fuel pumps are off. Connect up to ground equipment.
Chicago Center 86 Papa Kilo has Moline weather.
6 Papa Kilo, roger. Make straight in runway 23, unless you need 27 for parking.
23 is fine. 86 Papa Kilo.
All right. And the engines are powering down.
Sky 5770, contact Chicago approach 119 airpoint 0. Good night.
Approach 1190 for 5770. Good night.
All right, turn all our navigation equipment off. And we'll turn the crew supply off. We're on external power, so we'll go ahead and click the APU off. Turn probe window heat on. Turn the APU bleed off. Emergency exit signs have been turned off. No smoking signs have been turned off. All right, and then the very last thing to do is going to be to turn the batteries off, and that will end the flight. So let's look at what we got here. Let's go over. Let's talk about this for a minute. Let's get rid of this, and let's bring this up. All right, and we don't need this. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. All right. What we got here?
6 Papa Kilo, runway 03, runway 23, clear on.
I'm going to...
Clear to land, 86 Papa Kilo.
Going to get rid of him too. Alright, so what did we do here? Our flight summary. So here's our flight summary. We went right through this storm. It's the storm that we ended up going through. When we left, we did a little bit of a curly Q down there, and of course we came in here. The air traffic controller had us vectored, and we came around like this, and we came back. But what we did is this turn that we were going to make here, I felt like we turned in a little close to the runway. We had a little too much altitude. We turned in a little close. It caused us to overspeed a little bit. I should have probably had the spoilers in there and reduced our speed a long time ago. So that was a little something to learn. So we did a go around, and then we came back and we landed, but we still were a little high. We were still a little high. So that is something that, you know, that probably needs to be worked on a little bit. I probably need to work on that. All right. Let me go ahead and flight summary. Go ahead and finish this flight. Say okay. Yeah, 1,500 feet per minute on that. That was something else. That was something else. So we got a landing report here. KCID. Yeah, that was a little rough. Here's the threshold, right? Here's the threshold. We landed on target. We landed where we were supposed to be. So here's the threshold, and this is the target area. This is where you want to touch down. That's what you always shoot for. We hit it. We got a mark just about right in the center, but we were off to the edge of the runway, and that wasn't good. We really had to push it to get down there too. We really had to push it to get down there, and that of course wasn't too good at all. But overall, I mean, it wasn't too bad, right? We survived. We survived the incident. I think what I'm going to do is come back in and try this again. Fly this same one over.
290 and then a 290 down at my discretion to 240 UPS 801.
And see what happens with that. But anyway, wow, some nice lightning. I got some nice lightning pictures. We'll have to cut some of those out. I'm gonna have to start a collection of lightning, because I seem to have it all the time. It seems like every time I fly, I end up with lightning now. I'm like the lightning king or something. I don't know what the deal is with that. But anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with us. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Be sure to click the follow button and follow us. We would greatly appreciate it. And we'll be back and we'll do this again. The next Around the World flight is going to be on Wednesday. I may stream again sometime over the weekend. I may practice this again. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll do it. We may fly this flight again next week for FedEx Friday. We may do this very same one again, just to kind of practice it a little bit and see what's going on. All right, thank you guys, and we'll see you on Wednesday.